Greetings, adventurers. As you can see, we're not in our normal space. There was a storm last night, and for the sake of sound, I decided to come over here. But that audio is completely garbage, so we're doing that right now. Anyway, this video is going to be 4 decks that you could run during the NR event on Master Duel. And I think you might be able to see some pretty decent results with them, and hopefully you enjoy them. And if you do like this video, if you hit that like button and that, red button down there as well. I pointed to the wrong side, but Anyway, without further ado, let's get into these decks, okay? Alrighty, adventurers, and this is the Dragonmaid deck for the NR Festival. This one, I think, will probably be my favorite one out of everything I'm showing you here tonight, because I love Dragonmaids. That's my soon-to-be IRL deck, and it's the current deck that I've been climbing through on this account. Also, someone took a NR Dragonmaids deck to Plat 1, so I mean, the deck's got power and potential here, so I think that alone, it'll be fine. This variant, maybe not as tough as that one, but I think this one could definitely see some really good results. I'm going to have all these deck lists down in the, comment below, so you'll be able to see them there if you want to try any of these out. You got some big boy things like Draglubion and Heart. And then, we got removal, ways to keep our monsters' effects from, to go off. Some more, ways of getting our opponent's monsters, face down, keep ourselves saves. Bouncing. It's disgusting that tidying is R, so we're going to abuse that for sure. Ways right here, we can search out, get another thing here so we can make some rank 2 plays if need be. And or we can go into some, other links as well. Have this just so we can also go into Imduk, since we also have the, Paleozoics. And then, really, just an overall, I think, well-rounded deck here. We got 3 more here, which the last one, though, will definitely be pretty nice, and I think y'all really like it. But let's go on to the second. Alrighty, adventurers, and here's our second deck here. It's Relinquished based. We have plenty of searchers here for all the stuff we need. Obviously, the big boy himself could really do some havoc on some of the other decks. You'll see out here being able to take their boss monsters that they're absolutely going to need, especially in a format that's so limited like this. We have ways of drawing cards and keeping our things from being destroyed. I haven't finished building this one yet, just because I just thought of this right before doing the video. So I kind of threw this together because I thought this looks kind of sick and could be really nice to play. We've got plenty of ways of disrupting our opponents, though, with Compulse, with Torrential Tributes. We can negate some effects, keep ourselves safe for a little bit of draw here if we can, keep it on the board long enough, if it doesn't get taken out by something like an MST. And overall, like I said, more fragile, but still a pretty powerful deck in my opinion. And definitely one that I'm going to run once I'm finished running my Dragonmaids. And if y'all want to see this kind of thing being ran, let me know and I'll make a video showing how each of the decks have performed for me, if that's something that might be interesting. Alright, on to number 3. And here's our third deck. We're going to be running some NR Tenyi here, if that's something that might interest you. Now, unfortunately for me, I don't really know anything as far as playing Tenyi. I've looked at the cards and everything, but I've just never played it. So, one that I'm not confident in my ability to necessarily pilot super well, but any of you out there who have played the deck might be able to get this thing some pretty solid, results. We still have ways of getting out big bads out here, going to the big 3-headed man himself. Different ways of, keeping things off the board, though we don't have very much of this, unfortunately, since, he's limited, unfortunately. And then, things like Moonmirror Shield, helps out a little bit. Just like in all these other decks, we're going to be having Forbidden Chalice, the Paleozoics. As far as when it comes to spells and traps, a lot of it's going to be pretty similar. But thankfully for this deck, a lot of the cards you're going to be playing haven't been hit. Since I think 3 of them are extra deck monsters that are SR higher, and then one's the spell card. So really, this deck's pretty much intact. So it definitely seems like it could be a pretty strong contender for this event, considering it's kind of just built for it, honestly. Once again, I haven't played Tenyi before. I've been interested in it, so I guess now is as good of a time as ever to play some Worms, especially now I saw that he was semi-limited. So, figured why not try it out, and once again, I'll post some videos of this if y'all would like, seeing how they actually do perform, and this is just one that makes me nervous because I have not played Tenyi before, but it's exciting looking and I like the artwork of the cards, but it just seems like it could be strong. So anyway, now I'll go on to a deck that I have play tested a little bit, and whoo boy is it spicy. It's a little, yes, and I'll show you that right here. Alrighty adventurers, here's number 4. We're running aliens. It's a little invasion. And this one actually I've had fun playing this one here on it's only been in gold, but it has done pretty well against things like, you know, Shadal, all this other garbage that I hate. That's just dumb when you're playing something that's a little bit underpowered like this. But the cool thing is you do have the ability to take control of some people's monsters, and, you know, also ways of removal. That also gets us to bring out our own monsters who then add more A counters onto things, blowing up the board with things that have A counters on them, if they have, my rephrase, and what more is it, disrupting back row, keeping some of our plays going, or, you know, stopping our opponents from doing things. Once again, every deck here is running 3 Chalice, you know, more disruption of, like, you know, the board state itself. Our extra deck, you know, honestly, you could probably just do a bunch of different stuff in here that you like. I found the most success with what we're running here. I'm not really good at explaining things, as you understand by now. You've seen the other videos, but I kind of just do. Do as I say, not as I do, quite, I would say. But no, this deck's pretty strong, I'd say. You could really see some good results. Could be easily disrupted, unfortunately, I think. But if you can get your plays going, you're in the money, honestly, I think. If you can really pilot this well, I think you can get pretty far in there with it, for sure. There's not really a whole lot else to say about it, other than, like, with my experience playing this, it's done really well, and I definitely know some of y'all can do it way better than me. Once again, if y'all want to see me play these decks during the event, comment below, or just hit this with a bunch of likes, you know, and I'll do that. And yeah, if there's anything else you'd like to see, I do have a, you know, NR God deck that's in the works, running the Wicked gods, such as Dreadroot, Avatar, and Eraser. So, if y'all are interested in seeing that, let me know, and I could probably do something there if you'd like. So anyway, without further ado, if you like the video, hit like the video then. And maybe you can subscribe, and then I will see you in the next one, alright, adventurers? Farewell.
11, 10, 9, 7, 5, 3, sound 1, start.